Rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
And
Here
don't
we
roll
come.
over in those tippy shoes.
Let's get tippy shoes on again.
Welcome back, Tracy.
Thank you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're here in the trailer park with the girls. We're getting ready to talk some trash. That's Tracy.
I'm Joycey.
And I'm Terry.
And that's Terry.
And it's the Trailer Park Girls talking trash. Thanks a lot for showing up this week and joining us. We appreciate your company. So let's get started. Let's start today with an educational portion of the show. We're here to help, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
So let's start out with we do what we can, folks.
Do what we can.
And you do a lot because you're handy. I'm learning to be handy. Look, in the trailer park, you just have to be handy, folks. And Joyce is handy, so we're at, of course, the How to Be Handy tip of the week. Now, this week's tip is be prepared, folks. Whether you're in the trailer park or out on an excursion somewhere, be prepared. Always carry a hammer and a hatchet. Right, Joycey?
Yeah.
Always carry a hammer and a hatchet.
Absolutely. That's very important.
Right.
That should happen.
And
yes.
we know because we went high up the mountain a little while ago, and
and built a fire.
Had a pretty good time.
Had a wonderful day.
Mother Nature is awesome, and
she never disappoints.
Never.
Beautiful.
Never. Spectacular.
Scenery, see the ocean. You could see all the islands and stuff.
We live in paradise.
We do.
And so had a good time, ready to go, coming down the mountain, and curses, ladies and gentlemen. It sounded like we were dragging. Like we'd hooked onto a log or knocked over a person and was dragging them.
God forbid.
It was loud.
It was loud.
And,
we were dragging something that shouldn't
totally
be.
freaked us out,
We shouldn't
right?
be dragging this thing. Right. Totally.
So we stopped.
Yes.
Right.
Stopped.
And Tracy's handy, so she went to investigate. And I cheered her on. And I cheered her on.
She cheered me on. Down on my knees, reaching underneath her, saying, "What do you see?"
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
that kind of stuff.
Nothing. Let me get down on my back.
Yeah, you come down and see what you can see.
Oh no, I'll take your word for it.
You know, that kind of stuff. Yeah. Anyway, there was this thing hanging there, and it was metal, and it had holes all through it. And it kind of came in from the side about where the doors meet on the SUV,
the bottom, though,
but it came underneath, and it was rusted. It was like
hanging
mostly off, a little bit hanging left.
So it's bumping on the gravel of the forestry road, and bumping on the bottom of the Jeep, and it sounds like we've hit a deer and carried it around or something. Yeah.
Causing chaos. And noise, and racket, and everything.
But Joyce is handy and had a hammer and hatchet.
Had a hammer and hatchet because of the campfire.
Yeah.
We had a fire up there. Serenity Day. Serenity Day. Beautiful.
Yeah, it was fabulous. Hammer and hatchet.
Because
and a happy ending.
And so I just grabbed the rusty thing with my hammer and my hatchet and pulled it out of there.
Off.
Put it in the back for later on inspection by somebody who knows what it is.
We want to identify it.
Yeah, it was at this point unidentified.
We don't know what it is.
So we get on home, happy ending. We got home, everything was good.
Exactly.
Another happy ending.
Another happy ending. Yeah. So always have a hammer and hatchet handy.
Yes.
Right? That's the tip this week, ladies and gentlemen.
That's it. Yep. Never leave home without it.
No, exactly. Now look at, folks, not only is Joycey handy and a rabbit wrangler, she also has great ideas all the time. And one of my favorite ideas of all time, of yours, Joycey, is the Taking Back Words segment of this show, ladies and gentlemen. Because, I love a good laugh. And I think we've lost our minds and common sense has left the room, and it's time to start making fun of ourselves and each other and all of you guys too. So, in that
taking back a word.
perspective, I'd like to take back, this week I'd like to take back the word GIMP. GIMP, ladies and gentlemen, GIMP. You've heard of the word GIMP, right?
I've heard of it.
Well, now, the modern day definition for GIMP is, somebody who's stupid, somebody who's a moron, or
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump, right? And for the folks at home, if you don't know this one, you should be aware that in this day and age, GIMP is also a word that's used to describe male sex slave, a submissive male. Folks, a GIMP. So if you're at a party,
just about everything, isn't it?
Somebody says, all right, let's bring out the GIMP.
Beware.
Beware, it may be time for you to go. Because it could be a guy with a clubfoot or a male submissive. In which case, maybe you want to stay, but you should know what's going on so you can make that choice, right?
That word's gone long ways, hasn't it?
Exactly.
Well, we're going to take it back, but at the original, when you have a pet name, somebody that you know, and you're horsing around and stuff, and falls down and gets off balance, you get up, you gimp.
Exactly.
Come on, get your legs under you. It's obviously gone a long ways from there, but I want to bring it back right there.
Right there.
It's a cute little word. It's a great little word. It's a cute word.
All right.
I like
GIMP.
it. I want it back.
GIMP as in, get out of here, you little gimp.
Yeah.
Not bring in the male submissive gimp.
No,
right?
we don't want to go there.
No, she doesn't want to go there.
I don't want to go there. No, I don't.
She's scared.
I'm not scared.
No.
Yeah.
Well, look it. I don't know any male submissive anyhow, so there you go. You're safe with me. Certainly we want to hear from the folks at home. If there are any gimps out there who want to scare Joyce, go ahead. Speak up and talk back.
Well, it's my turn to get educated.
Exactly.
All right, I'm open. I like learning new stuff. Send it on in, folks.
Exactly.
I'll make fun of it and bring it into portion where it should be.
And you do like to learn new stuff, Joycey.
Always.
Which is a lot different than the I don't care taker. Because he always thinks he's right.
Always.
The I don't care taker. You guys. The guy who doesn't care. That guy. So,
he either cares too much or cares too little.
Right.
One or the other.
Well, he's a quashed artist.
Right.
Quashed artist. He doesn't really care about anything.
He doesn't care about anything but his art.
Right.
Exactly. Everything else is just kind of like, let's put in some more time and get the other stuff out of the way so we can...
Right. But when he does approach anything, here's what you need to know. He's always right.
Yes.
Our friend Doug put together a great badminton court up in the common grassy knoll here in the trailer park, folks. Hey, Joyce.
Yeah.
And he was telling us this story. Can you recall that story for the folks at home?
I can recall this story.
This is hilarious.
So they had their court set up where they'd used it last summer, and the grass was starting to get worn down quite a bit. So decided that it should be moved. So Doug took this project on.
All by himself.
All by himself. He took the net up and he put it, to begin with it was going this way. Now he's turned the whole system that way. They got new grass. They don't have holes or low spots. And no excuses if you lose.
Exactly.
That's what it's all about.
That's the whole point, of this endeavor.
You have to know exactly. So he did a beautiful job. Like it was set up there nice. The net was just singing tight.
Fabulous.
And he had orange ribbon made out the court area.
Right.
And even white lines down the wherever
where
the marker
from and stuff, that stuff, yeah. It was gorgeous. Yeah.
Beautiful. We sat down, we had a smoke with him, we talked about it, it was everything, but Pete hadn't seen it yet.
Right. The I don't care taker.
Right.
Showed up.
And it wasn't, first question was it square?
Is it square?
Is it square? Well, Doug already told us that he wasn't exactly square when but he was kind of expecting that, I guess. So.
Well, this isn't a professional badminton court, ladies and gentlemen. This is a trailer park, right? On a grassy knoll. All right, so.
Our I don't caretaker is very particular about things he wants to be particular about. You don't want to get into a game of horseshoes with him because there's too many regulations.
Right.
It just goes everywhere.
Right. He'll bring up historic regulations if he needs them, right?
Yeah.
Oh, well, let's face it. Let's be honest. He'll make up rules if he has to. All right.
Winning is very important.
Very important.
Very important.
Yes.
So that's all we can do with our I don't caretaker for today.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We let him. Well, Doug let him move the tape around and I don't know, spray or chalk or something, and everybody's happy now. Another happy ending.
Happy ending. So now, when you win or lose, you actually did. It wasn't the court's fault.
Right, because it's perfectly square and exactly the way the I don't caretaker wanted it. So when he loses, it's his own fault.
Right.
Anyhow, we love you. And sometimes we want to hug you, and sometimes we want to slug you. I don't caretaker.
Hug or slug. He's that kind of guy.
Well, now, look at. Moving on to another educational segment of this show, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, I mean the trailer park spotting tip. This segment of the show is where Joyce and I help you folks at home who have never been to a trailer park and don't know about trailer park trash like us. This is where we help you spot us and our neighbors. Right? Right, Tracy?
This is it.
Yeah, so.
The education part.
Yeah.
We understand that people that don't live in trailer parks would like to know when they're dealing with somebody that does, because there is a difference.
Absolutely. Always good to know who you're talking to.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so if you know a guy who's driving around in the rain, and he pulls up to your place and gets out of his Jeep or truck or car or whatever, and he's got a black stripe of mud and stuff up his back, like a guy who rides a bike without a fender. It's safe to say, trailer park trash, ladies and gentlemen.
We're talking about Eric.
Our good friend Eric.
Our very good friend Eric. He has his baby, his old truck. You know that everybody in the park has one if they can.
Yeah, it's a Mitsubishi.
It's one of those little
go up the
mountain
guy,
samurai. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 4x4. Yeah. That thing will go anywhere, man. That thing will go anywhere.
It will go anywhere.
And it's rusted to bits.
Rusted down like it was really bought at a low price because
it's about to fall apart.
It was about ready, but Eric's a pretty handy guy, so he can hold everything together with glue and stuff. Although silicone should have been involved in this, would have kept his back warm. It rusted right through on the fender, in the back, and when he went in the water when it was raining, the wheels through it. You know, like the old Fred Flintstone using brakes on the vehicle.
Which may happen sooner or later too, right?
Yeah, he's going to have to get the silicone out or something.
So anyhow,
maybe this will work.
Exactly. Or maybe we can take that old rusted piece of metal, whatever that is,
got some spare
and rebuild the floor. Hey, now we're thinking.
We got spare parts.
Improv.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Good
thinking. For that.
All right. We're here to help, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Eric will be pleased.
He will be pleased. So, look at one of my favorite portions of the program, ladies and gentlemen, of course, is the politically correct segment of the show.
Terry's ranting time.
Well, that's where I get to beak off, right?
Yeah, right.
I'm passionate, and I have plenty to say. So this week, I would like to talk about the old cliche, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. I'm hoping some of you politically correct simpletons out there have heard this one before, because it's an old cliche that's hung around for centuries as a gentle reminder about how to behave as a gracious and therefore welcome guest. All right, so I'd just like to say, when in Canada, do as the Canadians do, please, folks. Because I'll tell you what, I'm getting tired of all the pussyfooting around I have to do on my native homeland, I might add, just to make everybody else feel comfortable around here. You know, I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
Look, I'm happy that people want to immigrate to Canada. I mean, that says a lot.
We got lots of land.
Right, and we are
beautiful
open-hearted
place.
and
Yes.
open-minded. That's why people want to come here. And look it, when you come, bring your music and your art and your ideas. Look, we could all learn a lot from each other if we just talk to each other, right? But if you're going to be a Royal Canadian Mounted Police officer, take off your homeland headdress and put on a Mounties cap, okay? Just do like the Canadians do, all right? Because, you know, look it, nobody ever said, really, and nobody ever said to me what the Romans did to those visitors who didn't do as the Romans did, all right, folks? But I'm pretty sure that there was a roaring crowd and a couple, 3, 4 hungry lions and a Colosseum in that picture, right? All right?
Sure.
So, all you politically correct simpletons should be happy that we're peaceful Canadians and not brutal bastards like the Romans, all right? So, when in Canada, please do as the Canadians do, all right? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
okay?
there's some things we just don't want to give up. Like,
Yeah, that's right.
We're pretty flexible on most things.
Right. But
There's a few things
but
that
there
are
a few
our
things.
history we liked it the way
Right.
it was, and people sometimes have a little trouble letting go of that. We don't have a whole lot of history in Canada to
Right.
start with.
Right. But
Yeah.
we're open-minded and
Yes.
open-hearted, and we want to keep that up.
Right.
So,
We're standing
so
around.
we're standing our ground. When
That's
in
it.
Canada, do as the Canadians do. Now, well, you know, I always like to end the show, Joycey, with a funny story, because I think we could all use another belly laugh, folks. Right, Joycey?
Yes, absolutely.
And now I'm thinking, you told me this story a few days ago, and it cracked me up. So I was hoping you could tell the folks at home about how what happened when the trailer park chef left the trailer park and went out for a meal. Look, we don't get out to restaurants much. We're poor.
Right.
And some guys, when they get out, they don't know how to act, right?
Our mode of transportation doesn't get us there either. You know,
Right.
Quads and stuff. But so
Yeah.
we went to this restaurant and sat around and ordered our meal. We're kind of out in the back area, you know, not that conspicuous where we are. And
Put the trailer park
But-
trash in the back where no one can
get
see
out,
them,
get
right?
out there. We'll just cuddle around,
Hide them.
pretend there's a fire there, and we're just like at home, right?
Right.
Anyway, we all ordered our meal, and one of our buddies, I'm going to leave him Mr. Anonymous.
Right.
Because I don't want to say the name of this.
The chef. Let's call him the
Okay,
chef.
we'll call him the chef.
The chef,
Chef.
ladies and gentlemen.
He didn't like his hamburger. It wasn't done well enough.
Right.
So he took some paper towels and crunched them all together and put them in an ashtray and lit it on fire and put his meat on a piece of fork, and he was cooking it. We had to all leave.
A little fire.
It was just a little fire. He just raw meat, you know.
Right.
I was cooking up a little bit.
And
He's
like
the
most
chef.
of us, most of us would send it back. I'm sorry, but I wanted this well done. Could you
Yeah.
please cook this a bit more, right?
Well, we're used to having a fire.
Right.
We get the job done ourselves. So,
And he was missing his fire, right?
yeah.
And
So-
he's handy. He lives in the trailer park.
yeah, we're banned from there for a long time.
Right.
We're not going back there for a very long time. But
Eating at home a little more.
yeah, we don't get out as much
We don't
as
mind.
we used to.
Right. Gonna have to go camping, I guess.
I guess so. Yep. Another day in the park.
Exactly.
Just another day.
So look at, I think that pretty much finishes up the show for this week. Unless, Joyce, you've got something to add? Something to say that can't wait till next week, or
Nope,
what?
I've
Nope.
said it all.
All right.
I'm all
well,
said out.
All said out, except to say that we really appreciate you showing up, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks a lot for joining us, and we would love to hear any of your ideas about anything. We will talk, it must be obvious by now, we'll talk about anything. All right? Just send us your ideas. We're happy to discuss them. And
I
thanks
hope-
a lot for the support.
I hope that you had as
Yeah.
much fun watching as we had fun doing this.
Yeah, because it's a blast for us. Thanks a lot, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great week.
Week.
Yes, have a
Until
great
next
week.
week.
Toodles.
Oh, we got Rocky.
Too much fun.
Rocky
Yeah,
shoes
careful
on.
those tippy shoes.